Hello and welcome to House News. In this episode, we will present to you the latest information coming from the House of Representatives of Indonesia. And before we get started, here are the headlines for today. The House successfully hosted the parliamentary meeting on the occasion of the 10th World Water Forum. The meeting concluded with delegates recommitting to addressing global water issues. The Indonesian Parliament is committed to formulating real actions to protect water resources and prevent a water crisis worldwide. Water diplomacy is a way to build international collaborations and cooperations to overcome the latest issue and challenges related to water and sanitation. Lawmakers are set to ratify defense cooperations agreements with Brazil, France, Cambodia, and the United Arab Emirates. The 10th World Water Forum held in Bali wasn't just a forum for international discussions on water resource management. It is also served as a golden opportunity for Indonesia to showcase its rich cultural heritage. Parliamentary meeting on the 10th World Water Forum took place in Bali has produced several resolutions to the role of Parliament in securing water for people prosperity.
Speaker of the House Dr. Honoris Causa Puan Maharani in her closing speech stated, the world parliamentarians have agreed to secure proportional funding for clean water initiatives in national budgets, ensuring its availability for all. In addition, the Parliamentary Forum also proposed access to clean water as a component of human rights.
Juga diplomasi air dan kerjasama untuk perdamaian. Jadi dari pertemuan ini kami berharap bahwa ke depannya akan ada aksi konkret dan gotong royong antara parlemen dengan pemerintah untuk bisa melakukan hal-hal yang konkret, bagaimana mengatasi kelangkaan air, bagaimana pengelolaan air, juga bagaimana pendanaan terkait dengan anggaran ke depan sehingga memang air yang sangat krusial ke depannya ini akan bisa dihargai sehingga ketahanan air bukan hanya di Indonesia, juga di dunia bisa diatasi secara bersama-sama di parlemen dan di pemerintahan.
The Global Parliamentary Forum urged the use of technology to address water scarcity. They committed to ensuring these technologies are disseminated, especially to developing countries. From Bali, TVR Parliament Team reports.
Hosting the 10th World Water Forum, the House urged global cooperations to tackle serious threat of water scarcity. They emphasized the need for united actions to prevent a global water crisis.
A UNICEF report warns half the world's population could face water shortages by 2025. The situation is even more alarming for children, with 1 in 4 potentially living in areas with severe water scarcity by 2040. Speaker of the House Dr. Honoris Causa Puan Maharani demanded immediate steps from various stakeholders, including parliaments around the world, to address the issue of water scarcity. Parliament must show its commitment to legislations to ensure the availability, accessibility, and affordability of water for all. Puan added water scarcity has become the new normal in various parts of the world. She is concerned this could widen inequality, worsen health, and harm future generations.
Komitmen kuat Parlemen Dunia terhadap isu air. Parlemen siap mendorong fokus anggaran untuk air dan mendukung penuh berbagai inisiatif untuk mengatasi krisis air. Jadi saya juga mendorong agar pada kesempatan ini terkait dengan air kita akan melakukan hydrodiplomasi, yaitu diplomasi yang dilakukan oleh Parlemen bersama dengan pemerintah pada setiap kesempatan atau event-event internasional untuk mengatasi berbagai krisis air sehingga jangan sampai kemudian dunia, khususnya Indonesia terkena imbas atas krisis air sehingga Indonesia tetap bisa mempertahankan sumber-sumber air bersihnya.
Furthermore, Puan emphasized to save the world from the water crisis, parliamentary diplomacy needs to take a more active role in reducing global geopolitical tensions. This would allow countries to focus their efforts on strengthening international cooperations on water challenge, ensuring sustainable access to clean water for all, and building a future where water security is a reality. From Nusa Dua Bali, Mahir and Sigit, TVR Parliament Report.
Following the World Water Forum's parliamentary meeting, BKSAP of the House reports a strong commitment to strengthen water diplomacy. This focus will be presented at the upcoming IPU Assembly.
Chairperson of BKSAP of the House Fadlizon explained the recent parliamentary meeting highlighted water as critical political issue. Therefore, to address this critical challenge, regulations are needed to ensure accessibility and affordability of water resources. Fadli added, in addition to the IPU Assembly, the House plans to share the meeting's outcomes at the Executive Committee Forum in Tanzania this June.
Dari pertemuan parlemen di dalam World Water Forum yang ke-10 ini, semakin jelas bahwa persoalan air itu adalah persoalan politik. Ya, persoalan air itu adalah persoalan keberpihakan, persoalan yang membutuhkan kepemimpinan ya di dalam menentukan aturan-aturan, anggaran, dan juga hal-hal yang lain. Nah, kita sebagai parlemen akan membawa persoalan ini ke komisi-komisi terkait persoalan air ini, dan mungkin akan bisa dilakukan usulan untuk revisi undang-undang dengan penambahan sejumlah detail yang diperlukan agar persoalan air ini bisa kita mitigasi.
The parliamentary meeting on the occasions of the 10th World Water Forum was attended by more than 200 participants from 49 countries, including several parliamentary speakers and 7 international and regional organizations such as IPA, IPU, and the UN. From Bali, Mahir and Sigit, TVR Parliament Report.
When we return, we will have more interesting updates on Hajj 2024. So stay tuned on House News. After holding a meeting with relevant ministries, Commission 1 of the House plans to ratify defense cooperations agreement with 4 countries. This initiative aims to expand Indonesia's partnership in the defense industry.
Vice Chairpersons of Commission 1 of the House Abdul Haris Al-Masyari mentions the ministries have submitted written feedback on the agreements and approved the draft to be ratified into law.
Kamboja 4 dengan Uni Emirat Arab. Dan pada dasarnya masukan secara tertulis sudah disampaikan semuanya. Tadi disampaikan secara garis besar, mereka semua setuju. Bahkan dari Kumham menyatakan bahwa ini sudah selesai harmonisasi sehingga draft beserta daftar inventarisasi masalahnya sudah siap untuk dirapatkan, dibahas untuk menjadi undang-undang.
Meanwhile, member of Commission 1 of the House Hasanuddin emphasized defense agreements with other countries focus on collaborations and knowledge sharing to strengthen Indonesia's defense capabilities and defense industry. The agreement is not a defense pact and is not intended to create a military alliance.
Kepada kerjasama, satu pertukaran intelijen, yang kedua adalah industri pertahanan. Begitu. Jadi saya ulangi lagi, ini perjanjian kerjasama pertahanan, bukan fakta pertahanan. Saya kira selanjutnya kami akan segera bahas ya bersama pemerintah dan kemudian diketok untuk diratifikasi, dan setelah itu silakan pemerintah bekerja sama dengan negara-negara terkait untuk memajukan dan bekerja sama di bidang pembangunan alutsista pertahanan.
Ferdian and Temi, TVR Parliament Report.
Commission 10 of the House urges national and local government to boost the creative economy by offering financial aid, supportive regulations, and development programs.
Member of Commission 10 of the House Nuroji urges the government to implement regulations that help small and medium enterprises obtain the assistance and capital needed to develop and grow their businesses. Nuroji adds strong cooperation across ministries and institutions is important to develop the creative economy. By working together, they can create a supportive environment where creative industries can grow and contribute to the national economic growth.
Dulu ada Badan Ekonomi Kreatif, tapi kan sudah dilebur ya, jadi Kementerian Ekrab dan Pariwisata. Nah ini membingungkan di daerah itu dinas-dinas masih banyak menggabungkan Ekrab di berbagai tempat yang berbeda-beda. Ada yang di perdagangan, ada yang di pariwisata, ada yang di kebudayaan.
Furthermore, member of Commission 10 of the House, Elisa Saaduddin Jamal, asked the regional government to support creative economy actors by establishing public service agencies. This proactive approach will enable creative businesses to develop and become competitive in the market.
Dengan adanya BLU, pengelolaannya kan menjadi lebih baik, lebih terukur. Anggarannya bisa juga mendapatkan lebih dibanding mereka dengan kedinasan. Jadi di bawah BLU itu harapan kita bisa mempercepatan kemajuan dari sisi ekonomi kreatif ini dengan bersertifikasi, jadi lebih profesional, ekspor kita keluar menjadi lebih besar gitu ya.
Ferdian Endwi, TVR Parliament Report.
Over 100,000 Indonesian Umrah pilgrims remain abroad. It is suspected some pilgrims attempt to overstay and perform Hajj without the required Saudi Arabian visa.
The Saudi Arabian government is currently tightening Hajj regulations where pilgrims with non-Hajj visas cannot perform the Hajj. Member of Commission 8 of the House, Sally Andriani, reminds the rules prohibiting Hajj without an official visa. She adds the Saudi Arabian government will deport pilgrims without the mandatory Hajj visa, and they are not allowed to return to Saudi Arabia for up to 10 years. In addition, pilgrims who insist on using non-Hajj visa will be fined 70,000 million rupiah.
Ini menurut saya yang harus segera ditertibkan oleh Kementerian Agama maupun keimigrasian maupun Kedutaan Besar Indonesia. Karena aturannya jelas. Aturan yang sudah dikeluarkan oleh pemerintah Saudi Arabia ini kan sudah jelas dan tegas bahwa untuk pelaksanaan haji hari ini harus mengikuti aturan pemerintah Saudi, di mana semua jamaah di seluruh dunia wajib menggunakan exit permit yang dikeluarkan oleh pemerintah Saudi yang legal.
Moreover, Sally highlighted administrative violations committed by pilgrims will impact on the reductions of Indonesia's Hajj quota. Therefore, the government should take firm actions against travel agents and pilgrims who break the law. Andri, TVR Parliament reports.
After the break, more interesting information coming your way. Stay tuned on House News. World leaders and delegates were invited to witness the vibrant Indonesian culture at the welcoming dinner of the World Water Forum, held at the Garuda Wisnu Kencana Cultural Park.
Traditional attire was the theme of the evening. President Joko Widodo wore a Sintang woven shirt from West Kalimantan, while other invitees wore Balinese endek woven shirts. The program began with a traditional Balinese dance, followed by performances from Sumbawa and Melayu regions. The Garuda Wisnu Kencana Cultural Park was transformed for the occasion. The lighting arrangements and LED screens projected water as the central motif, reflecting the forum's motto of water for shared prosperity. Guests enjoy a huge variety of delicious Indonesian dishes, from appetizers to desserts. Steamed tofu in banana leaf and yummy desserts like coconut tart left impressions of Indonesian rich heritage. The performance of famous Indonesian singers and actors making the dinner a night to remember. Water was presented as a powerful symbol of change, serenity, strength, and the source of life. This message was conveyed through a blend of traditional and contemporary dance narratives, modern dance, and even colossal acrobatics, all integrated with the visual projections.
Indonesia offers attractive side events and additional activities at the 10th World Water Forums. It is expected participants will be able to experience the atmosphere of Bali in addition of participating in the forum.
The 10th World Water Forum in Bali has brought together global leaders, experts, and stakeholders to address the urgent issues of water security and management. This year's forum presented some unique highlights. Here are the fun facts. Elon Musk has been garnering attention since setting foot in Indonesia. Besides attending the Water Forum, he also launched the Starlink internet service together with Indonesian President Joko Widodo. This historic launch aims to enhance digital connectivity across Indonesia, particularly in remote regions. Arriving in Indonesia, Elon wore typical Indonesian clothing, namely batik. He wore green bomba batik from Central Sulawesi, a place where a lot of nickel is needed for electric car batteries and where the Net Zero Industrial Park and other clean energy projects will be built. The SpaceX CEO also delivered a keynote speech at the opening of the 10th World Water Forum. Elon said, with 70% of Earth covered in water, aliens might target Earth's water. This highlights the critical discussions at the forum, which is to secure Earth's water resources. To warmly welcome attendees and delegates, a vibrant street carnival held in Bali. Hundreds of Balinese dancers and artists participated in the event themed The Ocean Creates Civilization. Accompanied by lively gamelan music, the carnival showcased the rich cultural heritage and hospitality of Bali. The celebration is a bridge between the global water discussions and the local community. Heads of state and delegation from 48 representative countries and international organizations took part in discussing strategies for ensuring water security for all. The World Water Council stated, since the first World Water Forum in 1997 in Morocco, the World Water Forum in Bali, Indonesia is the best organized in 30 years.
Water waste is not only bad for the environment, it is also bad for your water bill. Finding small ways to save water every day can lessen your footprint on the environment and also save your money.
The world seems to be headed toward a serious water crisis. Household water usage is centered in the bathroom, kitchen, laundry room, and garden. You can take steps to begin reducing water waste in each of these areas. Most water-saving efforts don't require any significant expense other than simply changing your water usage habits. The following water-saving efforts can have a cumulative impact. How many times have you left the tap running while brushing your teeth or washing your hands and face? If you are serious about conserving water, then this is one of the most basic water-saving ideas that you can put into practice everywhere you go. You can save up to 20 liters per day just by turning off the tap while brushing your teeth or washing your hands and face. This water conservation method can be easily put into practice in every household. Reusing water from the kitchen can be a simple and effective way to conserve water in the household. Rather than letting excess water go down the drain, individuals can collect and reuse it for a variety of purposes such as watering plants or cleaning. Water used to rinse fruits and vegetables or to boil pasta can be collected and used in stews and soups or to hydrate indoor or outdoor plants. Additionally, water used to clean dishes or wash hands can be repurposed for cleaning floors or flushing toilets. By adopting such simple practices, households can reduce overall water consumptions, conserve this valuable resource, and help protect the environment.
And that's House News for today. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.